What's up, Batman fans? It's Tim here, and today I'm doing a new Batman Arkham Origins series. This series is called Batman Arkham Origins Lore, where I be traveling around Gotham City in Batman Arkham Origins, talking about a topic of my choice. And of course, you can also choose a topic in the description box down below. So for today, I'm going to be talking about the Riddler. Now, I'm going to talk about this series real quick. Now, basically in this series, it's about 2 to 10-minute episodes, and just talking about anything related to Batman or anything comics in general. Just because, you know, if you're in a car and you just want to watch some gameplay and listen to my commentary through some headphones, you know, just a quick episode. They could be out once a week, maybe even once a day, depends how much I can get them out. You can also choose a topic of that you want me to talk about. They can be really in-depth topics oh, I'm gonna talk about the Batman Eternal comics. What do you think issue 10 will look like? I'll get really in-depth if you want me to, because I enjoy that, and I like to get I really like to overthink about comics. Whoa, what happens if this happens? Or how can Batman fly with the gravity and everything? I really like to get in-depth and everything. But today I'm going to talk about the Riddler. Now, I'm going to be talking about 2 versions of the Riddler. That is the Arkham Origins version, or I should say the Arkham series version, and then the New 52. And I'm going to talk about their origin. So for Arkham Origins, basically the Riddler is not in the game. It's basically just Edward Enigma. Now, Edward Enigma is the Riddler, and in this game, he's been basically, we don't really know exactly how long Edward has been in Batman's life. But it has been at least, I guess, a year, because Batman's been a year. Batman is 2 years into his career as Batman in this game. So I'm guessing Batman, once he was basically Batman for a year, he met Edward Enigma, and basically Edward Enigma has been, you know, basically messing with him for about a year or so now. He is not the Riddler yet, so he does not have the persona of a Riddler, and he does not, you know, give riddles to Batman, and so on and so forth. So, when does the Edward become the Riddler? I do not know. I have not defeated the side mission, which I will think about doing soon for my walkthrough. And maybe it explains it at the end. I do not know yet, because, you know, if any of you have beaten the Enigma Most Wanted, I would love to hear if eventually we get to see that Enigma becomes Riddler at the end. But for now, it's kind of interesting, you know, he's been Edward Enigma for 2 years and still hasn't took the persona of the Riddler yet. So that's pretty interesting, and overall, I do love the Riddler in the Arkham series. I loved him. I gotta say, so far he's pretty interesting, but obviously he's the best in City because the amount of Riddler trophies he puts down is absolutely insane. There's Riddler trophies covered everywhere, and now there's supposedly there's a lot of databases everywhere, or I think it's data packs. I collected a few, but I don't find it nearly as interesting as the Riddler trophies. But anyway, I want to talk about the New 52 series. So in the New 52 Batman series right now, we are actually in the 0 year. Now 0 year is basically an origin of Batman becoming Batman. We've seen a lot of them before, but Scott Snyder is now taking over, is now giving his origin of Batman, which is actually so interesting right now. They're really focusing on the Red Hood gang and Edward Enigma, but they kind of just faded into the whole, they ended with the Red Hood gang because we got to see, spoilers, basically the Joker falling to the acid, and by God, it was one of the best, I gotta say, what am I trying to say? One of the best, reversions of the, I guess, Joker's, whole Red Hood thing ever. But anyway, at the end of that issue, which I think it was issue 23, 24, we get to see that Edward Enigma took over in the entire Gotham City. He wiped out all the power and basically went on the whole big screen and said, you know what, I'm taking over Gotham City. Now, what do I like about this, and what do I not like about the whole Riddler in the New 52? What I like about it is that he's a lot more rough. I mean, he just basically took over Gotham City, and he's been, he's not even the Riddler yet. He doesn't have that much experience, and he just took over the entire Gotham City and took off all the lights. So that's pretty badass. I also like how, even though he's Edward Enigma, he's still giving riddles to Batman. He just hasn't really decided to, take over a persona of that. Now, what I don't like is that what they try to do in comics sometimes is for interesting origins is have the hero know their villain before he even became a hero. In Smallville, for instance, Superman or Clark Kent basically knew all his villains before he even became Superman. And that's one thing I didn't like about Smallville, but of course I accepted it because it's just one version of Superman. But in the Batman New 52 comics, what they're doing is that Edward Nygma actually knew Bruce Wayne, not personally, but was basically messing with Bruce Wayne when he returned to Gotham City. And I was okay with that because, you know, great comic and everything. But it's just like, okay, does he really have to know Bruce Wayne before he became Batman? Are you doing this because it's interesting or because you just need an excuse to, you know, have a cool Origins type comic? But anyway, I'm actually fine with that because I got used to it. So basically, in the New 52, the Riddler knew or met Bruce Wayne before he even became Batman, or actually when he just returned to Gotham City after, you know, training to become a hero. So overall, between the Arkham Origins Riddler and the New 52 Riddler, I enjoyed the New 52 Riddler more, only because I think he's a little bit more rough and a little bit more like, he's more like a boss. Like, you know, in the Origins games, or sorry, the Arkham games, he's just a side boss, and I really think it's time for him to become a major, like, have a boss battle, because, like, you know, the Riddler, he's one of Batman's greatest foes. Like, I think he can do more than just hide riddles. I think he can really go head-to-head on Batman, not physically, but really mentally. I think it's time in Arkham 4 that we get to see Riddle in the physical story mode and also have, like, I don't know, maybe a boss battle, like an actual physical boss battle, not just like get to find riddles. I don't know, I just want to have the Riddle, like, he has a big part, the Riddler, but I just really think he could have a physical side mission, like you have to beat up people. I think that would be pretty interesting. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today's lore. I want to hear your thoughts down below on the Riddle in the New 52 Batman series, which you should all be reading, and the Riddle in the Arkham Origins, and basically what you think are like their origins and basically your thoughts on that. Now, what do you want to see in lore number 2? I think I'm going to be talking about the Joker, but I want to hear your thoughts so in future lore videos I can, you know, decide what to talk about. Anyway, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.